Hello, everyone. Have you ever stopped to wonder what could be hiding in the next big leap of technology? Imagine waking up tomorrow only to discover that your laptop can fold like a book, your TV can roll away like a piece of parchment, and a tiny chip in your head could restore your lost sense of touch. Sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But here we are on the brink of a world where science fiction is slowly blending with our everyday reality. I'm so thrilled to have you here because today, we're about to take a roller coaster ride into some of the most groundbreaking tech marvels that are redefining our future. From foldable laptops to brain implants that read neural activity, trust me, what we're about to explore is way more astonishing than you might think. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wanted a device that merges the portability of a tablet with the muscle of a laptop? What if I told you that dream is already becoming real? When I first heard about Samsung's foldable laptop concept, I nearly spilled my morning coffee in excitement. The thought of flipping open a laptop screen like the pages of my favorite novel felt thrilling beyond words. If you've ever watched a butterfly emerging from a cocoon, that sense of delicate transformation is precisely how it feels to witness the birth of foldable displays. And that's not all. Samsung's prototype uses an advanced OLED display and dual hinges that let you position the screen at various angles, opening up fresh possibilities for multitasking, sketching, and reading. I can almost picture myself perched on the couch, by half of the screen propped up for typing and the other half for live streaming the latest blockbuster trailer. Imagine the day you casually unfold your laptop like a storybook in a coffee shop, capturing wide-eyed stares from everyone around you. Now, speaking of wide-eyed stares, have you ever daydreamed about controlling a computer just by thinking about it? I remember reading about mind-controlled devices as a kid, thinking it was the stuff of fantasy. But guess what? Neuralink's brain implant V1.1 is poised to make that fantasy a tangible reality. The transformation is nothing short of astounding. This device, developed by Elon Musk's company Neuralink, has already demonstrated the ability to read neural signals with such precision that it could potentially restore movement to those who are paralyzed. It's like seeing a caterpillar transform into a butterfly, but on a mental level. The transformation is truly revolutionary in how we perceive physical limitations. I personally had a relative who suffered a stroke and lost motor function in one hand. Imagining that soon we might have a device that could bypass damaged nerves and let them control a robotic arm or even a cursor on a screen feels both breathtaking and emotional. It's not just about flashy technology. It's about granting someone the gift of independence and restoring parts of their life they thought were gone forever. Subtle leaps in technology can create monumental shifts in human experience, and that's what I find so inspiring. Now, if you're a photography or videography enthusiast like me, you might know the sheer frustration of trying to film action shots on a conventional drone. They wobble, shake, or can't handle heavy professional cameras until now. Sony's AirPeak S1 drone, starting at around $9,000, is raising the bar for aerial videography in ways I honestly never believed possible. Let's do a quick reflective check. If you had the power to soar above cityscapes, capturing cinematic shots that rival top Hollywood studios, would you take it? I would, in a heartbeat. Picture yourself on a mountaintop at sunrise, controlling a drone that can handle a Sony Alpha camera while diving and rolling with perfect stability. What a rush! It's almost like being the director of your own gravity-defying film. The transformation is not just in technology, but in how we view creativity and storytelling. Now, even small production houses or passionate solo content creators can access professional-grade footage without needing an entire helicopter crew. That, to me, spells endless possibilities. Speaking of endless possibilities, Apple's Vision Pro mixed reality headset has me buzzing with excitement. Let's be honest, Apple jumping into AR/VR was only a matter of time, but the combination of eye tracking, hand gestures, and a retina-quality display is a staggering leap forward for immersive experiences. I remember the first time I slipped on a VR headset years ago. I felt queasy in less than 10 minutes, as the resolution was so grainy it barely felt real. Now, Apple is promising a crisp, lifelike environment where you can move from gaming to productivity to entertainment without skipping a beat. I once joked with a friend that we might end up having virtual barbecues, complete with smoke effects and sizzling sounds, all within a VR environment. But hey, who's to say that won't happen if the technology is convincing enough? With the right kind of haptic feedback, we might even get to feel the heat from the grill, though hopefully minus the risk of actual burns. The transformation is truly shifting our perspective of distance and reality, blending them into an almost seamless continuum. Now, let me shift gears from immersive worlds to a more practical innovation that also feels a bit futuristic: the Dyson Zone air purifying headphones. I'll admit, the concept of combining noise-canceling headphones with an air purifier might sound a little bizarre at first. But then I recall visiting a city with high air pollution levels and having trouble breathing comfortably while also trying to block out the cacophony of traffic. If you've ever traveled through a bustling urban center, you know how overwhelming the noise and the smog can be. Priced at $699, these headphones claim to filter out pollutants and allergens while delivering studio-quality sound. It's like giving your lungs a personal bubble of fresh air, while your ears are treated to crisp audio fidelity. I remember walking through the dusty streets in India during a vacation and thinking, if only I had a personal air purifier attached to my face right now. That's exactly what Dyson is trying to solve. Some might laugh at the futuristic design, but I think it could become a trendsetter for personal wellness. The transformation is not just in the realm of convenience, but also in how we integrate self-care and technology seamlessly into our daily routines. Now, I'd love for us to think about what day-to-day tasks you absolutely dread. Is it doing the dishes? Vacuuming? How about folding laundry? In my case, it's lugging heavy items around my yard, or in a warehouse scenario, back-breaking labor that often leaves me exhausted. Tesla's bot prototype, affectionately called Optimus, is designed to handle repetitive tasks. And if that isn't a sign we're living in the future, I'm not sure what is. This humanoid robot is equipped with AI-powered vision systems and dexterous hands, potentially freeing us humans from some of the most mundane, physically taxing chores. Limited production is expected in 2025, and while we don't have a specific price tag yet, I suspect it won't be cheap. Still, imagine the difference it could make for someone like me, who spent weekends reorganizing a cluttered garage and constantly thinking, I wish I had an extra pair of hands right now. The transformation is so significant because we're seeing a shift in how we view labor and the possibilities for personal time. No longer will technology be restricted to screens or wheels. It can now share our physical space, operating tasks that once burdened us. I can't deny that there's a mix of excitement and apprehension in seeing a humanoid robot pick up boxes or even prepare a meal. But if used responsibly, this kind of tech could be a game changer for industries like healthcare and manufacturing. From robots to robotic dogs, the wave of innovation just keeps rolling in. Xiaomi's CyberDog 2 is next on our list, and at an estimated $2,000, it's significantly more affordable than many high-end robotic systems I've seen. Now, before you say, wait, a robotic dog? Let me just say I had the same reaction, but curiosity got the best of me. I watched a demo video of this mechanical canine gracefully bounding over small obstacles and responding to voice commands. If you have ever wished for a pet that doesn't require regular vet visits, grooming, or feeding, perhaps this is the answer for you. Though, personally, I adore real dogs and the unconditional love they bring. However, I can see the appeal for someone who's allergic or simply wants a robotic companion with advanced functionality. This RoboPup is powered by NVIDIA Jetson Orin, can recognize faces, follow commands, and even fetch objects. It's like the best of a loyal companion fused with cutting-edge AI. I think about the times I've needed help retrieving something from under the couch or around a corner, and now a robotic pup might just do it for me. The transformation is not just playful or gimmicky, it's indicative of a future where we can have AI-driven companions or assistants tailored to our specific needs. Let's move from robotic pets to TVs that vanish before your very eyes. Yes, I'm talking about the LG rollable OLED TV. When I first saw a demo video, I was absolutely mesmerized. The screen literally rolls up into a sleek base when not in use. Back when I lived in a small apartment, I constantly wrestled with where to place a massive television so it wouldn't dominate the entire living room. Now, imagine pressing a button and watching your TV roll away, leaving you with a minimalistic, uncluttered space. It's the ultimate magic trick in home entertainment, except it's real. Though the pricing is still undisclosed as of now, and rumors suggest it might be quite high, the idea of having multiple viewing modes, like a line mode for quick updates or an audio-only setting for music, really excites me. It's the perfect blend of form and function, and it feels like a glimpse into a future where our screens are only there when we want them to be. The transformation is subtle but huge, giving us the freedom to reclaim our living spaces without sacrificing cinematic experiences. As if that's not imaginative enough, let's talk about Impossible Objects 3D printed clothing. Yes, you heard that right. Entire garments 3D printed as single pieces, with no seams and minimal waste. At first, I thought, how comfortable could that be? But then, I saw some of the prototypes, and they actually look stylish and wearable. I love to compare it to baking a cake versus assembling a puzzle. In traditional fashion, you're cutting different pieces of fabric and stitching them together, almost like a puzzle. But in 3D printing, the transformation is more like baking, where all ingredients fuse seamlessly into one piece. It's a massive leap for sustainability because it reduces fabric scraps and opens the door for intricate patterns you simply can't achieve with standard manufacturing methods. I recall a designer friend telling me about how often fabric scraps end up in landfills. This tech could drastically cut that waste. While these collections are still limited in availability, the future could see a day where you order a custom garment and it's printed on demand to fit your exact measurements. Imagine never having to settle for sizes that don't perfectly suit you. It's a dream come true for both fashion enthusiasts and environmental advocates alike. Finally, let's cast our gaze even further into the future. Hyperloop transportation pods. I first heard about the Hyperloop concept from Elon Musk's paper describing high-speed pods traveling through vacuum-sealed tubes. Traveling from Los Angeles to San Francisco in under 30 minutes sounded absolutely insane. Yet companies like Virgin Hyperloop have already carried out successful test runs, and they're aiming for commercial operations in the early 2030s. If we can slash a 6-hour drive into half an hour, that changes everything. Commuting, tourism, even the way we distribute goods and services. It reminds me of the days I'd sit in bumper-to-bumper traffic and think, there must be a better way. The transformation is truly mind-blowing. If you think about the scale of impact, shorter travel times could spark new economic growth, allow families to live farther from city centers, and drastically reduce carbon emissions if powered by sustainable energy sources. There's still a lot of engineering and regulatory hurdles to clear, but even the hint of a future where we can zip across continents at near supersonic speeds is exhilarating. Take a moment to think about all this. Foldable screens, brain implants, drones that rival professional film crews, mixed reality headsets, air-purifying headphones, humanoid robots, robotic dogs, rollable TVs, 3D printed clothing, and hyperloops. Doesn't it feel like we're stepping into a chapter of a futuristic novel? Yet here we are, on the cusp of making these marvels a part of our everyday existence. As an enthusiast who's followed technology for over 15 years, I've never been so thrilled or hopeful about where humanity is headed. These inventions aren't just shiny gadgets. They represent the unwavering spirit of innovation that drives our world forward. I remember back in 2007 when the biggest buzz was about smartphones with touchscreens. We were amazed at the idea of swiping left or right to unlock our phones. Now, we're debating how best to integrate robots into our daily routines and whether brain implants could revolutionize healthcare. The shift is astonishing, almost surreal. Yet each small step has been building toward this moment. The transformation is unstoppable. As we prepare to wrap up, I want you to look inward for a second. Which invention excites you the most? Is it the idea of traveling at nearly the speed of sound in a hyperloop? Or a personal robot that does your chores so you can finally spend more time on hobbies and family? Or maybe it's the possibility that someone you know could regain mobility or senses thanks to Neuralink. We all have different dreams, but technology gives us the power to turn some of those dreams into realities. Take a deep breath and imagine how your life might look in 5 years if these inventions become mainstream. Would you be wearing 3D printed clothes, your foldable laptop propped next to your Dyson Zone headphones, while your Tesla bot tidies the house? It sounds wild, but every single day we inch closer to that reality. This is the beauty of being alive in this era, witnessing radical changes and deciding for ourselves how to integrate them into our lives. However, with great power comes great responsibility, as the saying goes. We need to think about the ethical dimensions of these technologies, how they affect privacy, job markets, and overall well-being. Can we harness these innovations for the greater good, or will we become too dependent on them? Those are questions worth pondering and discussing with friends, family, and policymakers. Before we sign off, let me extend a warm invitation to you. For more insights and updates, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and share your experiences. And if you found value here, spread the word. It helps us continue this journey of exploration. Technology moves fast, and I promise you won't want to miss what's coming next. Thank you for joining us today. Remember, the world of tomorrow is being crafted by the innovations of today. Stay curious, stay passionate, and keep questioning the limits of what's possible. And always keep in mind, the transformation is happening right before our eyes, whether we're ready for it or not. Have a fantastic day. And until next time, dream big, stay open-minded, and embrace the marvels that lie just around the corner.